Hello everyone, welcome back to Stonehearth. Today I want to show you guys a new building that I've been designing and I'm quite happy with it and I think you guys are gonna like it as well. So this is the new building I made and it's based off our houses over here, but I made a lot of new things for it. So what this thing is, it's as you can see down here, it's a blacksmith, but it's also combining together with a weaver. So there's like two professions that's going to be working in this house and I think that's going to be pretty awesome. And you do have a lot of inside as well, which we are going to go through here a little bit. So let's look inside. So this is the blacksmith house area. So this is a little dining, got a fireplace going there, and then we also do have the living room for the blacksmith. And if we go down here, this is where the blacksmith will be putting his newly crafted goods on these shelves. So there will be a lot of items sitting on these after crafting. And then I thought it would be fun to have it sort of like a shop idea here, a little stool there and a little counter. So he would be selling there, and then he have his stair to go up to the top, of course. So then for the weaver side, I made this more like a lot of more clothing, a lot of clothes and stuff like that, to make it really look like the weaver would be working here and living here. So down here we got another place for the weaver to be selling, which I might be adding a share later, we will see. And a lot of shelves dropped crafted goods on, and then I thought it would be fun to take 4 of these corners and push them together like that, sitting very nicely together, so we can have whatever items we decide to have here. And a few more shelves sitting here, and then as you can see here, it might look a little bit weird, but there's a reason why I made it this way, because if I leave it like that, I did it the same for the blacksmith side. If I do leave it like this, I'm able to later go in and take the dig tool, and I'm able to go and do something like that. So you're probably figuring out what idea BANTO had, so it would be to be able to dig down after the house is built, and if we don't want to do that in the very beginning, we will just be going inside the house and then we will be building a floor in the same color, and then later we can just remove the floor but still keep the house. That way we can decide later to make a staircase to go down if we need to have some more storage below. So that could be pretty useful. So then we also do have a stair to go up, of course. So go up here, then I made a little animal bed. Maybe you could imagine there would be like a guarded dog here guarding. And in here we do have kind of the workroom, which we have all the workbenches for the weaver and some more shelves for putting like maybe thread and cloth and stuff like that. So that's gonna be pretty awesome. Then we have the bedroom, which is 2 bedrooms for 2 luxurious beds here and a lot of decoration with flowers and all that good stuff. And I thought it would be fun to have our little bonnet here. So I hope you guys like how it looks. I did decide to add some of the curtains. So we have some things hanging on the inside here just to make it even more look like it would be for the weavers. I hope you guys like how it looks. It's not entirely sure that this is the final product of it and it's gonna be a long build to do. But I think it ended up looking pretty nice, and I also did add a little bit of potential storage that we can have under here. Then I will see if I might be either moving this door or adding another door this side. So it depends where we want to have the entrance, because currently we have the weaver at this side and we have the blacksmith at this side. So that would be to reach the shop, as you can see when we look inside. That's where we got our desk counter thingy there. And the same for the blacksmith, so I do think it's at a pretty good spot. So let me know guys what you think about this one. I do enjoy it quite a lot, but we will be building it at a later point, but we do have it prepared for later. And currently we're doing another one of these houses, and we got our builder golem fiddlesticks going around, being very useful. And here we got our other golem, Bob the Builder. I really love them, like they're helping me so much to build right now. And another thing that was suggested by Johnny Pro was to do a storage house. So I'm gonna look into that pretty soon. We will get some more storage with our blacksmith weaver house, but like I said, it's a pretty advanced build, so it's gonna take a very long time for our people to build it, both with the building materials and also with making all the different furniture. But we do have one place where we can already have a little bit more storage. So we have our barn down here. And down here we dug out a little bit last time. And let's see, okay, this is kind of weird. Let's see, can we see under this somehow? I don't want to see that. Maybe if we remove, okay, that didn't help. Okay, okay. I kind of wish I didn't see this house when I'm down here. Oh, I was like, oh, secret room. Okay, that's my room. So that's gonna be a little bit clumsy if we want to do like a floor there. Like, it is possible, but it will be quite annoying to do. But I think we at least should be, if we have more storage boxes, that we at least should be put them down here. And we had a few here that we were gonna fill up. So when they fill up, we're gonna move them down there and start storing some more things. And I'm hoping we got some more of these looter golems ready soon. We do have one ready, so these guys are gonna go around looting a lot of things because we have a lot of things to store. And I'm a bit curious, like, if we will have enough space for the things we have already, because this might not be enough for us. What we could do would be to make some bigger storage boxes, so we have like stone chests, and we also have a leather-bound chest we can do, but the stone one I think would be probably easier to do. This one requires 2 stone and 1 soft metal, so not really too hard to do. I might want to do like, let's do 6 of those. This is going to be able to have twice as many items as your normal wooden box. But like I said, we also do have the option to use this one. The leather-bound chest, so that's another one we can do. And I know we're going to have that in our new blacksmith weaver house. So we may as well queue up to do a few of those and keep our carpenter busy doing things. Even though the carpenter will help with building houses when you don't keep them busy. And I did see a pretty interesting thing that a guy showed on the Stonehearth forums, which I want to show you guys, which is a pretty clever, interesting things of doing things, which I might even use myself in the future. So what he did here, instead of, for example, having this to support it, he would be using another thing here. He would be using the, for example, the oak signpost, and he would be dropping that under instead. So for example, I'm just gonna remove to show you guys how that could look. So we would remove this thing pretty much, and let's see, will it go under? Probably best if I remove that, just so we can get it to fit there. Okay, we need one more. But for example, we could have had it like that if the roof was a little bit different, like maybe it would have looked like that. And then you would of course have it covered up here. So that way you could have had it look a little bit more detailed than your big normal blocks, but it really depends what kind of style you want to go for. But it's definitely something I might use in the future. I also did place them kind of sitting there in the corners, so that could also look pretty cool. Really depends what you want to do, but I think that's an clever idea to do things. Half upgrade shear. Okay, so we have actually one person is married. That's awesome. We're good with food. All of our citizens are at least content, so that's awesome. So let's maybe look for our people a little bit. We're gonna see if we can find the things that we can improve. Like the first things we want to improve is food and also getting them a bed. And we made a lot of beds here recently. But the thing is that it's important also to assign them to people, because they don't want to sleep in shared beds. So what are we gonna do here? It's gonna be a little bit maybe weird later. I hope that if I undeploy these beds later, that they will reassign their beds, because I want to be able to switch them around later and know who's gonna be having new beds and who doesn't have a bed. But we're gonna move in people. I'm just gonna start from the bottom. So Janique, there we go, a bed for you, man. Valkyrie got a bed. Okay, so now all of these beds are assigned, but it looks like we need to maybe place a few more. Let's see. Yeah, Quest still needs a bed. So it looks like only Quest needs a bed. And we can also, as you see, assign beds to Traveler. And it's pretty awesome because they will visit you. If you do have some special market stalls, you can even sell things to them. But mostly, if they are satisfied, you will actually be able to be gifted stuff for them, which I think is pretty damn awesome. A grizzled traveler appears in horizon. Ho there, township, how are things for you? It's been pretty quiet, but you know, it's a bad sign when the birds stop singing. My guess is wolves, goblin wolves. Watch your borders. You don't want to fight them after their trainers got them into ladder. Here, bunker down if you need, or run. Running is good. No shame in surviving another day. So goblin wolves, they can be, at least in the past, they were quite dangerous. I'm not sure how dangerous they are these days, but we have to find a camp. I think they have settled down somewhere. Normally we would see like a little bit of a lit up area where they have their camp. And they often also prefer to put their camps in places they had before, but I can't really see any camp now. Let me know if I missed it. Okay, let's gather a little bit more berries so we can make some nice delicious drinks. And let's see, we do have some stone chests, awesome. And even some leather bound, that went pretty quick. Thanks guys, that was really awesome made. So I think the way we're gonna be building now, we are gonna be building this house. Then I'm really considering to do our windmill over here, because I feel like I wanna get that placed out and build it. And prepare for like the real big farm. And I do think that this is gonna be a nice area for it. A little bit of distance from town, so it's not in the middle of our town, because I think it looks better if it's a little bit further away. Then later we also have to figure out if we want to have walls, and if we want to have walls, what kind of walls would you want to have? Would you guys prefer us to have like barricade walls? Personally, I think that would not be fitting for this town. It would be more fitting for like goblins or Vikings or Northern Alliance, such stuff. And probably also, it would most likely be some sort of medieval-ish walls, I suppose. Angry Golden Bug comes on another one of these guys. So we did defeat one of these in the previous episode, but they do look pretty awesome. Let's bring them together. And apparently they aren't so dangerous, they just have a load of health. But anyway, let's go fight them by the turret, we may as well use it. Come over here, Mr. Bug, I'm gonna take you out at our turret. So that should be pretty easy. I wonder how much health this guy has if you would be playing hard mode. Like how dangerous this guy would be. I really like how it looks pretty awesome. Unique is a level 4 blacksmith, very nice. That's so awesome to see. That means we can be crafting some better things. Here we go. Oh, we got some gold for him, that's pretty sweet. And I'm not sure if he dropped this thing, but there's some bronze ingots, maybe he dropped that as well. Still one citizen at least merry, okay. So another way to find a hearth, to go to the heart of our people, is to give them some good food. And let's see what we could perhaps be crafting to give them good food. Like the better cook we have also, the higher chance we have of producing higher quality, because with Ace you have the normal quality and then it can just go better and better. And that will make them happier and happier, they will enjoy the food better. Okay, they haven't queued up raw sausage, that's weird. So we want to make 5 of those, so we can make this one. Then I feel like we want to do a little bit more broth. A very nutritious and filling simmer. Broth is both an ingredient or a meal on its own. I wonder what ingredient it would be for. There's some battle. Okay, there's some undead there. Let's go deal with this guy. Jaren the zombie. Here we go, very nice. Oh, we had a market stall crafted, awesome. So with this one guys, we can send in merchants, and I don't know exactly where we're gonna have it later. So for that reason we may put it at a temporary location, like many things at the moment. So let's see, we could have it pretty close to the house if we want to. Let's have it sitting at the side of this house, kinda like there, that should be good. And we can make more than one, so if we want to get like more market stalls, we can just make more, and then we can send in even more merchants, which can be pretty useful sometimes, and gets you loads of money. I want to chop down a few more trees over here, just so we can get a little bit more wood. We only have 2 workers, we're kinda limited, so I'm really happy that we have sold some plowshare mod and also that we have our auto golems, these guys going around looting for us, it helps so much. Let's have some more stone chests and let's put them out here. And then we're gonna carry them down under our barn later, like I said before. We could also perhaps put like 1 or 2 in these houses if they will not make it look messy. So we can like put on a leather-bound chest down here. And then we can do another one over here. And in this one, let's see, what do we want to have in that one? I guess we can go for like raw vegetable, because we are cooking a lot of food in here. We're actually not in here, it's a herbalist, but we are doing drinks. But I'm gonna go for any raw vegetable, because that's gonna be closer than having to go to the barn. Oh nice guys, we beat it, awesome. Devona Frame has joined, oh that's not so good stats, 1 mind, 1 spirit and 2 body. So I'm gonna name this girl Fucking Nugget, so welcome downtown once again, hope you're gonna have an amazing time with us. Requested by Silver Vanguard, thank you man. Okay, let's see with our blacksmith what we're doing. It looks like we crafted a bronze breastplate, I'm pretty sure we had 2 of those queued up before, let's see if we equipped it already. Yes, very cool, got it. And it seems like most of the guys voted for Varric to be our lord. So your wish is my command guys, and this is gonna be our lord of the new Bantonia. I see that we do have a knight shield, that's pretty awesome, we are gonna need it soon. And Heathcliff later is gonna be a knight, so I think we will keep him, at least for now, we will keep him as a worker because we have to have a good workforce if we're gonna get more people. Still just 1 out of 5, okay. Let's go into the cook again and see if we can do some more cooking. But I'm interested to see like what kind of meal could use this one. Okay, so here we have one, fisherman's soup. This Hearthlings protect from chilly and cold weather for some time. A Hearthlings spicy soup made with a carp that is quite filling. A very traditional to the ascendancy, so this one requires broth, carp, fillet, we need a red algae, and a fish roe and lower grade fuel. So this is quite a big thing to do, because consider these things. I hope this is going to be super enjoyable for them, considering how much work it would be to just make one of those. But you do also get 6 very filling meal. As you can see, this one is filling meal, quite filling meal. But this one requires 1 bone, 1 vegetable, 1 raw meat and low grade fuel. And then to make the fisherman's soup, we also need to have the broth again. 2 carp fillet, 2 red algae, 2 fish roe, and more fuel. And we should be able to do this one. We're just gonna make sure that that we don't, for example, cook with our fisherman. It looks like we have a lot of annefish, but I wonder, the carp, is that like a special fish? So how do we catch that one? We do have one, but it seems like that one is different compared to the other ones. Annefish meat, okay. Let's see if there's anything more we can do with the broth. So I suppose we can queue up to do like 10 of those. I'm not sure when we'll be able to do those, because we do need to harvest red algae and carp fillet. I guess we will get it when we get it. I'm not sure if there's a way to like get carp specifically. We have very few carps, but we do have a lot of fish meat, so I'm not sure why it's specifically carp and how we would decide to get that more than other ones. But there are like other things we can do as well. For example, doing slice of roast fish, that maybe could help. A nutritious and flavorful meal, but that's just 2 meager meals, so probably not very good to do. Seared meat and veggies, 5 very filling meal. Any cooking grease, so how do we get to that is the question. Cooking grease. Look at this guys, by the way, we gotta do something like this later. Honey buns. Consuming applies sweet energy, crafting is slightly faster. 8 quite filling meal. And it needs honey butter. And honey butter, that should be grease, right? So we definitely want to make some special desserts later. Like, I haven't really looked into much to do in deserts and such stuff, but I think it would be maybe fun to try to do something like that. But let's see if we are wanting to do this one. Any cooking grease, will we get that from... Let's see what happens if we queue it up. I do queue butter, which means any milk. Yeah, I knew about that one. But it's also shown a different ingredient that is potential to use. It do look like if we want to make some better foods, we should probably look into getting a shepherd soon, so we can make some even better food. But I guess we may as well queue up some lesser amazing foods for now. So we can do a few more of the savory meats too. And some tasty vegetables too, perhaps. Or let's just focus on broth. I think that might be better actually. Let's focus on this one instead. And when we get a shepherd, we could probably do some more stuff. Cooking oil. Extract oil from any oleaginous seed or grains to be used as an ingredient. Pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, corn, or even paddy are example of oil sources. And would that count as, if we make this one, would that count as grease? I wonder. I'm not gonna try and make 5, and we're gonna see if it counts as it or not. Because then we might be able to do the good food we saw down here. This one. I'm gonna put one at the top there, or 5 of them. They do want to cube butter, but we will see what happens. But a shepherd would be pretty nice, and to get a shepherd, I think we have to be a trapper first and then a shepherd. So we can get a shepherd right now. I think we should do that, guys. Let's do it. Let's get a trapper. A shepherd, I mean. There's gonna be Noobzilla, and you do have pretty good stats for it. You get 5 mine, 6 in spirit, so that's good. Spirit is good for animals. Mine is good for leveling, so that should be pretty awesome. And very useful, because then we can get, for example, chickens, get eggs, we can get cows, get milk. And that should be super useful for us. Let's send a merchant, see if we can buy some good stuff. Farina's raise a shaped clay. Potted box plants. I might buy some of those because I do think we use them in the blacksmith house. So we may as well buy some of that. So we don't have to craft them. I'm gonna sell a little bit of gold since we're not gonna use it anytime soon. There we go, a little bit more flowers. That's one of the things that I buy the most. So Noobzilla is now a shepherd. The shepherd has just started to mastering, so he will be able to find animals if we make a little field for him. So we're gonna set up an animal pasture, and that would be a good addition to when we can have a windmill there later. So we can have like the windmill with farms around here or here, and then we can have animals here or there. It depends where we want to go. But I think I would do some animals. Let's have them around here. And depending on how big you do it, you can have different amount of animals. And for this one, we can have 19 chickens. If we make it like that, we can have 12. So we're not gonna make it maybe too overkill. So let's try like 20 by... Let's make it a little bit wider. 28 by 16. So we can have rabbits or chickens. And I'm gonna go for chickens now. We can have only 4. Let's see if we can make it a little bit bigger, if we will allow to have a few more. Okay, so there we can have 5. Let's go with that. And then I think we want to have maybe a few rabbits. Let's see, how many can we have here? 3. I think for rabbits we want to have a little bit more. So there we can have 4 of them. Rabbits reproduce quickly and can be slaughtered for jerk, pelts, and sometimes bones. So it's a good way for us to keep getting more pelts and bones. And this one will give us eggs, which is nice, so we can do them for cooking, and both for the eggs and also for if we want to cook chicken. And we can decide to harvest grass as well. They will be eating the grass if we don't harvest it, but I'm gonna let it be there. And you don't really have to do fences. Maybe in the future we need to do so, but at the moment you do not need to do fences for your pastures. But you may want to build houses and beds for your people, for your animals. The thing is though that I know for chickens when you use them, that if you make a house, when they lay eggs, it sometimes comes on top of the house and you get loads of eggs. So I'm hoping that will be possible to see a fix for, but we'll see. Those goblin wolves aren't like normal wolves. They are fast, vicious and unafraid. Run while you can. Oh, there they are. Oh wow, they settled way too close to me. That's a mistake by you guys. Let's go deal with them. So we'll make some animal houses here, like 2 of them, one for bunnies and one for chickens. And to make it nice and cozy for them. Because if they stay outside in the rain and the cold for too long, they will actually get hurt, and you don't want your animals to be hurt. You want them to be happy little animals that survives. Let's go break the cage first, that's gonna be the best. And then we can see they're very cool to get his new armor as a lord, awesome. Yep, yep. Oh, we saved the wolves. They're outside. Saved the wolves and saved ourselves at the same time. These guys love running away, don't they? And that's why we want to get an archer later, because archers can have quivers that slows down the enemy, and sometimes you will even slow them down depending on what weapons you're using. So for example, the ones that we're using at the moment that is dual wielded. This one, if I remember correctly, it will make enemies deal less damage when I hit them, so they will cause this one slightly out of balance, inflicting a bit less damage due to be out of balance. So different weapons have different debuffs. Oh, there's an undead as well, let's go for him. This guy was pretty tough. It's good that we had a cleric now. If we didn't have a cleric, it would have been a lot harder and more difficult. And I'm gonna set up our Valkyrie to be using two-handed weapons instead. Probably do the same for... We can wait, I guess. When we get a tank, we want them to not have shields pretty much. But yeah guys, this is gonna be it for today with Stonehearth. I do hope you enjoyed, and do let me know what you think of our new blacksmith/weaver house. And I'm looking forward to the live stream that's gonna be happening tomorrow, Thursday, on YouTube. So it's gonna happen on 6 PM Central European time zone. It's already scheduled, so you can see a countdown in hours, minutes until the live stream is gonna hit. So thanks for watching today's video guys, hope you enjoyed, and we will be back soon with more live streams and videos. So thanks for watching, and see you soon everybody.